And David.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays through. David, thank you. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Cauley Stein in at the center. And for the Trailblazers, Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Covington in at the 3. Now here's Cauley Stein. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Porzingis trying to get free. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And finished off by Collins.
Good job attacking the rim right there from the big man, Collins.
After a promising rookie campaign, a lost year for Zach Collins, he played only 3 games before the injury took away the rest of his season.
Yeah, I mean, a strange year and a lost year for Collins. You could say that about the whole NBA for that regard. But Collins is underrated as a prospect outside of Portland. This team loves the energy and skill he brings, though, to the table.
Rebounded by Hardaway.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Here's Nurkic. The Mavericks making the shot. The shot by Lillard wide open. It's good from long range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Richardson outside. Powell with the steal. Here's Lillard. That shot no good. And it's Dallas the other way. And here's Doncic from the arc. Offensive rebound Mavericks. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
To the middle. Goes back up. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Well, when you see Porzingis attack the glass, you want to stand up in your seat. There's been these opportunities where we've seen him flying in for some highlight dunks.
Now, here's Collins. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Doncic outside. Hardaway against Lillard. Hardaway passes to Cauley Stein. Back to Hardaway. The 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. Portland moving the ball around. And finished off by Nurkic.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
Pass to Cauley Stein. Here's Porzingis. Right side Hardaway. Porzingis finds Hardaway. Powell against Doncic. Collins with some nice D.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
Powell, the pass to Nurkic. Takes it out to Covington. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Now here's Lillard. Doncic with the steal. Pass break Dallas. Doncic leading the charge. Richardson dishes to Cauley Stein. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the first. And Lillard kicks to Covington. Nurkic against Cauley Stein. Now here's Nurkic. D right on him. And it's good. 2 points. Lillard's got 5.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Cauley Stein trying to free himself up. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Lillard attacking. Kicks it out to Collins. Mavericks with the rebound.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And even though, you know, you're thinking maybe we don't need the replay in a situation like this, still.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Trailblazers out in front. They lead by 5. From Portland, we're back in a moment.
I know that when the main guy...
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, Dwight Powell is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Here's McCollum. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Even though McCollum's a little bit thin, he doesn't mind taking the contact and moving away from it before scoring.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They trail by 11. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
McCollum against Brunson. From outside the arc. A rebound by Marjanovic. Mavericks trail by 9. To the inside. Powell. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. And now Portland on the break. Jones in the post, covered by Redick. And it's slammed in by Jones.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. So the wing on the left. Brunson against McCollum. And he gets the whistle. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Brunson the pass to Reddick. Back to Brunson. The tray. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Reddick.
I love how Reddick gets it going from distance. Really a tremendous three-point shooter.
McCollum against Brunson. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 7 points for the quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Pass to Powell. 1:25 left in the first half. Stolen by Cantor. Hollis Jefferson can't hit.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get 2 steps ahead.
Runs in the pass to Powell. Stolen by McCollum.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Here's Collins. Inside. Here's Lillard. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
That free throw good from Lillard.
And for a guy who entered the league as a terrific free throw shooter, Damian Lillard is now among the elite of the elite from the stripe.
Here's Doncic. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Doncic has got 6.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Outside, Covington. Passes it to Nurkic. 41 seconds left in the first half of the game. 6 to shoot. Here's Lillard. Nobody near Nurkic. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Mavericks trailed by 11. Here's Richardson. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Looks like Josh Richardson is always seeking a shot, this time looking for contact as well. A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Doncic against Lillard. Feeds it to Nurkic. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Nurkic has got his second basket.
Not bad. Nurkic with a nice shot there, especially off of that assist.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
But look at the basket, guys, still shaking.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 13 points, and no doubt that... And that...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Trailblazers, Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Norman Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Covington in at the 3 slot. Fast break, here we go. Richardson, that's a 2-pointer. That one wide left. Portland leading by 9. The pass to Powell. Back to Collins. Powell against Hardaway. And here is Powell. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And finished off by Collins.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
Doncic with it. 6 points for him. And Doncic throws it down.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Lillard from outside. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching?
Oh, yes, sir. Another reminder that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
Richardson finds Doncic. Outside Hardaway. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Hardaway has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Trailblazers leading by 8. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Lillard dishes to Powell. And he finishes nicer on the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Doncic. He's got 11.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, it's settled for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
Lillard outside. And Lillard gets double teamed. And stolen by Cauley Stein. One-on-one fast break. Floats it up for Doncic. Powell with the steal. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
Don't want to be careless around Cauley Stein. That's when he rises up and box shots away.
Trailblazers leading by 8. Covington with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Covington kicks to Powell. .109 left in the third. Just 5 to shoot. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Lillard outside. Pass to Powell. Outside Collins. Powell kicks to Lillard. Three-pointer. But they get it back. We've got 22 seconds left in the third quarter. From deep. And it's Lillard again missing. Mavericks trail by 6. Outside Covington. Trying to get something going. Good work there as it goes. Lillard's got 7 points for the quarter.
Always an appreciation for Lillard and his build, just how rugged he is, along with that fearlessness.
The third quarter comes to a close. Trailblazers lead by 8 from Portland. We're back in a moment. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. They've got Maxi Kleber. Powell is out there with Marjanovic. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Melli in at the 2-guard spot. Lobs it up for Cantor. Anthony taking his time here. Jones the pass to Cantor. Second chance shot. Powell pulls it in. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Burks is checked in. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense. And so he hits the technical free throw. Marjanovic against Cantor. Marjanovic kicks to Burke. From deep three-point range, they get it back.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. McCollum outside. Jones finds Cantor. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. And he shows the focus there. Nails the technical.
Melo's still bringing the passion to the floor. No matter what's going on around, he's still going to be a gamer.
Outside, Jones. Anthony dishes to McCollum. 5 to shoot. Launches it. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. One-on-one here. Knocked away. Pass to Kleber. Now Burke. Marjanovic down low. Anthony on him. And an intentional foul right there. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Marjanovic passes to Powell. 5 on the clock. Kleber with it.
You won't see a lot of blocks out of Cantor, but there he uses his bulk and length to affect the shooter's rhythm.
And there's no quit when it comes to battling there until the final whistle. What a putback.
Well, great timing as well. Swiss watch kind of moments. 4th quarter, close game. That could have been a 4-point swing.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Now a timeout called by Portland.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Portland. Lillard comes in for Derek Jones. Then for the Mavericks, Dwight Powell's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Terry Stotts went over with his team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And the dunk by Doncic.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Lillard against Doncic. Lillard.
That's a tip of the cap there, always wanting to take the big shot for his team. Lillard makes more than his fair share.
And Doncic throws it down.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Defense has got to be better. Flat-out effort was not there.
Really hard to count how many of their possessions have ended just like that one, with one of his shots falling.
In a crucial moment, too. He's been doing that all night. No one's come close to stopping him.
Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
Lillard outside. Down low. Kanter finds Nurkic. Now here's Lillard. Here's the three. Offensive rebound.
Clutch bucket by Nurkic on that possession. They needed that one.
Mavericks trailed by 5. 1:06 left to play in the final quarter. And Doncic gets it to go.
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and that's his personality. He comes up with the goods on that one.
Now Lillard. From deep. Gets the three to fall.
And he wants the ball at the end of the games. You can see why Lillard's stepping up again to the challenge.
Lillard against Doncic. It's good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
And really just a great rhythm at the line, whether it's a big lead in the first quarter or with the game hanging in the balance.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Lillard outside. To the middle is Nurkic. Got a piece of it. And the coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, onto the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. So Dallas will get the first possession. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Nurkic, and it's Kanter in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Passes to McCollum, fires the three. Doncic with the steal, and they're pushing it up. From deep three-point range, another three for Dallas.
An average shooter from deep, it's important that Doncic continues to work on this part of his game.
Now a timeout called by Portland. For the Trailblazers, Zach Collins checked in for Nurkic. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. And Norman Powell subbed in for Lillard. Then for the Mavericks, Willie Cauley-Stein. He's checked in for Dwight Powell. Hardaway is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. It's rebounded by Doncic. Mavericks leading by 6. From deep. But they'll get another chance. Cauley-Stein passes to Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Always nice to see Porzingis take some strides and get to that kind of glide.
McCollum outside. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Hardaway finds Doncic. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. And now a 10-point Maverick lead.
And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Start to feel their confidence. That's the difference between the success they're having now and the struggles they faced earlier.
Dallas has gone 2 for 3 from beyond the arc to begin overtime. Richardson dishes to Doncic. Portland grabs the miss. 1:16 left in the first overtime. Collins. It's good on the putback.
Collins with a good read there and laser focused on where he could get to collect the offensive board.
Now here's Doncic. From deep three-point range, and the foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. McCollum against Doncic. Yep, it goes. And the Dallas lead is cut down to 6 in the bucket from McCollum.
Oh, man, the DNA test comes back, and there is a clutch gene. McCollum with the confidence to deliver.
And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Richardson outside. Back to Doncic. Clock at 6. From deep. That shot off the mark. Now Portland takes it the other way. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. The shot by Powell, no good. Here's Dallas. 6-point game. Hardaway kicks to Doncic. It's the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And Josh Richardson continuing to develop his overall game, has such good height at the 2-guard spot.
And guys, overtime not nearly as competitive as regulation. They've used up all their energy just getting it to overtime.
And so it's Dallas winning this one. They escaped with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get. And we've got...
Well, guys,
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Derek Jones is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Covington in at the small forward position. And for Los Angeles, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Beverly in at the point guard position. And Lillard kicks to Collins. Covington passes to Nurkic. It's hauled in by Zubac. And here's Los Angeles. Here's Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
The evolution of Leonard's game, making things happen with the dribble drive.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Here's the dish to Jones. From downtown, it's hauled in by Los Angeles.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
Here's the Trailblazers with the ball. Here's Lillard. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Refuses to let contact deter him from scoring. I'm a fan of Lillard's willingness to challenge defenders.
Now here's Leonard. Shoots over Covington, and it's Leonard again missing. And now here comes Collins leading the break. And that one, good.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Here's George. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go with a 3. And it's rebounded by Covington. For Portland, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And contact on the shot. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now here's Leonard. Zubac kicks to Leonard. Not going to go that time. Good D by Covington.
Off the mark once again. Terrible quarter for him thus far.
Clippers trail by 4. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Portland no good that time either. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. With the putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And you'd like to see more of this from Marcus. Attack that offensive glass and generate some points outside of those set plays.
Now, here's Lillard. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. And it's out of bounds as the Portland Trail Blazers retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Covington against Leonard. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Hard to catch up when you can't hit shots. This is a quarter he liked to forget.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
34 seconds left in the first quarter. Zubac finds Beverly. Trying to find Jones. He gets it to him. And now Lillard running the floor all by himself.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
Here's George. And that one goes long.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Stolen by George. And that does it for the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 7. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
We've got DeMarcus Cousins, Reggie Jackson out there with Kennard. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Batum in at the 3, the small forward. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. It'll go. The Portland lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Kennard.
Outstanding decision. Kennard is getting better and better at creating offense for himself.
Over to the left wing. Simons, the three-pointer off the mark. The Clippers shooting like 21% from the field so far. The drive by Jackson. Basket counts.
The aggressiveness of Jackson, able to drive and convert against tight defense.
Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. And here's McCollum for 3. The rebound by Ibaka.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Cousins. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Kennard, the pass to Cousins. 16 feet away. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That's his first foul. Portland leading by 3. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. It's McCollum with the drive. Cantor kicks to McCollum. Takes a 3. Sinks the three-pointer. McCollum's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Potent with and without the ball. McCollum is a tremendous spot-up shooter.
Here's Jackson. Now the pass to Kennard. This one for 3. Drains the three-pointer. Kennard's got 5 points so far.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Now here's McCollum. And he makes that one. McCollum's got his second basket of the game.
Never seems to shy away from playing in attack mode. McCollum likes to keep the pressure on the D.
Back to Kennard. Lets it go from deep. No good. Shot missing. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Lobs it up for Anthony. No good there. Clippers trail by 5. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Here's Anthony. Oh, Batum grabs the miss. And it's Batum with the ball. bringing it up for the Clippers. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Left side, Jackson. Batum passes to Ibaka. And he gets the bucket. Ibaka's got his first points of the game.
And that's a nice jumper by Ibaka, showing good touch from mid-range.
Here's Simons. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. They grab their own miss, and Kent are able to finish. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
Pass to Kennard. Lets the three fly. A putback. Cousins on the follow.
Yeah, and that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Now here's McCollum. He's got 5. Powell finds Anthony. Powell against Batum. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Powell. Here's McCollum. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Jackson looking around. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
We've seen Kennard steadily increase his three-point shots. Terrific accuracy here.
Here's Simons. No good that time. Great D that time from Batum.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
The Trailblazers shooting their third free throw shot of the game. The free throw drops for Powell. Poked away, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. On the wing, George wants to get it to Morris and does. Here's Zubac, and that one released in time, but no good. And thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 9 points and 1 rebound. And that...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor for Portland, Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Derek Jones is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Covington in at the small forward.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Lillard outside. Nurkic dishes to Lillard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
And it's Jones finishing it off.
Great dish from Nurkic there. He really has a sixth sense for those reads.
Pass to Zubac. Morris with the ball. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Just 5 on the clock. And George kicks to Morris from the arc. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Covington finds Lillard. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Here's Leonard. Excellent D that time from Jones.
Ooh, they've come out ice cold to start this half. 3 misses and as many attempts.
Yeah, quick thinking wins Dame assist. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
Now here's Beverly. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Nurkic against Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Morris. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
Such a versatile offensive threat. Morris draws his fair share of foul. And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
No, we're left to infer from the adjustments we see on the floor.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Markieff, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Passes it to McCollum. To the paint. Here's Cantor. And there's the pass to Simons. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Clippers trail by 7. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Morris. Batum comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Batum, good.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Powell, the pass to McCollum. Over Kennard. And it's good off the back rim and in. McCollum's got 9 points.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. It's McCollum on the wing. Drains it from beyond the arc. And now it's a 10-point Trailblazer lead.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
Right side, Batum. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one's on Anthony.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing. And his defense, always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Here's Simons. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. 56 seconds left in the third quarter. It doesn't go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And so they foul intentionally. For Los Angeles, they have been perfect so far from the free throw line. 6 for 6.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Lillard's checked in.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
Good. Lillard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Now here's Jackson. And they pick up 2. Trailblazers leading by 6. Now a timeout called by Portland. Platoon swap here for the Clippers. .23 seconds left to play in the third. Kicks it out to Lillard. .11 seconds left in the third. AT that time from Leonard.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time. You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town. And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And that's an intentional foul. Here's Lillard. That one doesn't drop. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They trail by 6. Here's George.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
And Zubac picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. The Trailblazers shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Lillard outside. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
And the Clippers call time here.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
And the Clippers making a change here. Ibaka's checked in. Portland also making some changes. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Zach Collins comes in for Anthony. And Robert Covington subbed in for Powell. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He said, guys, we don't want to play hero ball. We don't want to take threes that aren't there. There are better options when you run the offense all the way through. Evan will see if they can make that adjustment.
Collins, good.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
George against McCollum. Trailblazers leading by 8. Goes up, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
A guy who spaces the floor, but also willing to attack the rim. Lillard has confounded the defense all night.
Now, here's George. That doesn't go either for George.
He has gone ice cold this quarter. Obviously not helping their cause.
Lillard with the bucket.
Major props to Lillard there. Terrific focus to get hit on that shot and still deliver.
George dishes to Ibaka. A shot's good on the assist by George.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. George against Lillard. Shot clock at 6. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Clippers trail by 10. George looking over the floor. He goes up again. And Ibaka kicks to Beverly. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Even though he's more the size of a point guard, Patrick Beverly's better off ball than initiating.
Lillard outside.
Oh, did you see that?
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of them.
And George kicks to Morris. 1:31 left in the game. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris.
Boy, if you're the coach, you hate to see that kind of miscommunication between your guys.
Trailblazers leading by 9. Now Lillard. Shot clock at 5. And it's Lillard again missing.
Ooh, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Here's McCollum. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. .59 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Lillard against George. Pass to Covington. High post, Nurkic. 5 on the clock. Collins finds Lillard. Nurkic trying to get open. Out to the right wing. Outside Collins. Pass to McCollum. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. No good with the elbow jumper. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
He drops the first one, and that brings them within 5.
Oh, from the Republic of Congo, Serge Ibaka, Dikembe Mutombo, and Bismack Biyombo. A lot of big man talent.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Can't connect from short range. And the Clippers call time here. Guys, your thoughts?
Licking their wounds. It hasn't come together for them tonight.
They are left picking up the remains of their game plan. Better luck next time.
And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Damian Lillard.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots. And also,
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. And the Clippers looking good as they came into the arena. And the Clippers starting five. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the point. And for the Mavericks, they've got Cauley Stein. Richardson is out there with Doncic. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. Here's Finney-Smith. Cauley Stein passes to Doncic. Cauley Stein kicks to Richardson. 6 on the shot clock. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And it's Doncic missing.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Doncic looking it over. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
3 misses to start the game, still trying to break the seal on that hoop.
The shot by George, no good.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Seems that Richardson just has a knack for always being in the right place.
The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Beverly. Nobody near Leonard. Good on the triple. Leonard's got 5.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Finney-Smith. Here's Porzingis. Great D that time from Batum.
You know, right now they're just 1 for 5. Rough start so far.
Outside for George. No good from outside.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Beverly, the pass to Zubac. Pass to George. Fires from deep. Inside. And it's Paul George with the finish.
And you know what? For me, these dunks show exactly how great an athlete George is. I mean, sometimes you're surprised that the basket doesn't come down with the force he punches it with.
Here's Finney-Smith. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, There are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's three guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from three, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those three guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the three guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Dwight Powell comes in for Porzingis. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Trey Burke subbed in for Luka Doncic. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Cousins is checked in. Richardson gets a wide open look.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Yeah, you're right. Not one second chance bucket for the opposition. They're boxing out on every shot.
Now Burke. Paul George missing from long range.
Cousins not one to be challenged there. Tenacious denial.
Here's Burke. Pass to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Here's Cousins. The Mavericks making the shot. The shot by George, wide open. And again, no good by the Clippers.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those are exactly the kinds of plays that can spark a team. Just solid work down in the paint.
Now here's Beverly. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Just 5 to shoot. Takes it off the glass.
And, you know, Beverly has great speed. Snake-like in how he slips through the defense on the drive.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Clippers. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Richardson is out there with Trey Burke. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Marjanovic, and it's Powell in at the 4-man position. Los Angeles leading by 3. Morris inside, guarded by Hardaway. Man, the shot comes out. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Here's Burke. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
And we played through the first minute here in the second. Count it, good. Jackson's got his first bucket in this one.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Burke, the pass to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
And all Powell needs is good positioning inside, and when he does get it, he's throwing it down.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Dallas making a switch here. Redick is checked in. Now, here's Kennard. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Ibaka. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Extremely well put together in terms of body coordination. Ibaka pump fakes under control, then draws the foul.
Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the one pick or the second pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. The game now all-time.
You know, Hardaway Jr. has expanded his range over time, and now he's become a very confident shooter when he looks at it from behind the arc.
Now, here is Ibaka. Passes it to Kennard. From past the arc. No good on the shot. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Now the Mavericks moving it up. And Redick the bucket on the assist by Burke. Burke's got 3 assists now in this one. Los Angeles has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Redick against Kennard. Trying to get open as Ibaka. Great D that time from Redick.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers. Trailing by 2. Man gets the bucket.
And the defense no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
We've got 1:48 left here in the second. Now Burke, 13 feet away. Great positioning on the putback. Howell's got the lead up to 2 now for the man.
And just a great second quarter for them after such a difficult first. Bringing that field goal percentage up from below 30 and now with the lead.
Now here's Jackson. The 3. Near the three-point line, it's Morris. Clippers moving the ball around. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Wide open shot is on the money. Morris has got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
And dangerous in that catch and shoot game. In fact, anytime Morris can square up, he's a lot more consistent.
Outside Hardaway. Stolen by Jackson. Jumps up, and Jackson throws it down hard.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Burke looking over the floor. Outside for Redick. Six to shoot. There's the pass to Pop. Trying to get open is Marjanovic. Good work defensively by Morris. The Clippers have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. And Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And Leonard puts it up from deep 3. Los Angeles with another miss. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. And Doncic gets it to go.
Well, you know, Doncic, with his combined package of skill and confidence, that pull-up jumper is a real weapon for him.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you win or lose, Kenny. The Mavericks have been one of the more stable organizations.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George, and it's Zubats in at the 5 down low. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley-Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
Doncic against George. Richardson outside. From deep three-point range. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Doncic dishes to Richardson. Outside, Porzingis. Shoots over Batum. Porzingis can't hit.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time. Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Boy, Doncic showing you his competitiveness right there with the back-at-you three. The revenge triple.
Here's Leonard. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
Now, here's Beverly. Zubats kicks to Beverly. Takes the 3. Zubats finds Leonard. No good with the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Clippers have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. A clear look for George. Again, Los Angeles.
When PG-13 is feeling it, he can be an absolute monster from mid-range.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Batum grabs the miss. Batum's got 4 rebounds now tonight. George, again, Los Angeles.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Mavericks trail by 3. 1:43 left to play in the third. And that one's good. Doncic.
You know, we've seen a much different version of him in this half, guys. He's been sharper, more focused, and more assertive.
Now, here's George. 9 points in the game so far.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Now, here's Doncic. Pass to Cauley-Stein. Down low. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Boy, you've got to push Porzingis out of the paint. If you don't, you're looking for trouble.
George passes to Leonard. Back to George. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Outside Leonard. Pass to Zubats. Back to Leonard. Lets it fly from 18. Again, Los Angeles.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 11 over George. And it's Doncic missing. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. George with the ball. He's picked up by Doncic.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, they're in a nice zone right now, and that basket looks, you know, it can handle 2 balls at once. It looks like now it could probably, for them, handle 3 or 4 balls at once as well as they're shooting.
And Doncic. 4 on the clock. From deep. He can't hit that time. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. What didn't he do in that quarter? A fantastic all-around effort. We've got more in store for you right after this. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Dwight Powell is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Burke in at the point. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Here's Powell. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Burke's got 4 assists in the game.
Dwight Powell certainly is high energy, and his hops help him a lot inside.
Back to Jackson. A 3-ball. Buries the long-range jumper. Jackson's got the lead up to 6 now for Los Angeles.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, you got it real right. They are lighting it up from beyond the arc this half.
Now here's Burke. The shot by Redick, no good. Kennard with the ball. Hardaway picks him up. Back to Kennard. The rebound by Marjanovic.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Here's Burke. Back to Hardaway. Lock at 6. Marjanovic down low. Working on a bucket.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
Now here's Jackson. Pass to Kennard. Shoots the 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Here's Burke. Outside Hardaway. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Porzingis is checked in for Dallas. Doncic comes in for Trey Burke. Los Angeles leading by 6. Jackson with it. The pass to Kennard. Offline with his 3.
You know, he hasn't contributed well scoring the ball, but obviously his teammates have.
Powell kicks to Doncic. Outside, Redick to Porzingis. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Great execution by Porzingis, showing you he can get it done in the clutch.
Here's Jackson. Pass to Kennard. And there's the feed to Morris. Back to Kennard. Jacks up a 3. The Mavericks pull it in. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Up the floor. Here's Redick. Here's Powell. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Now, Doncic from deep 3-point range. Rebound by the Clippers. Batum's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when Porzingis combines quickness with his reach, getting off the floor like that, he can block just about any shot.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. And it's Richardson in for J.J. Redick. George, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Cauley-Stein passes to Porzingis. Now, here's Doncic. On deep. Batum grabs the miss. Batum's got his 6th rebound on the night. Got that one up quick. 14 points for George.
And when you leave a man open, Batum finds him. Great feel for the game.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
It doesn't look good, even with a quick bucket here.
The three for Doncic. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
You know, he's just chucking it up from distance this quarter. If you're going to do this, especially in the second half, you better make them.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
Launches a three. The shot by George, no good.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 3 in the basket from Doncic. There's 38 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Passes it to Leonard. 5 to shoot. Money!
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
That shot misses. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Kept alive. It counts.
Fortitude and want to. That's what Richardson is showing you there with that big bucket when they need it.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're up by 3. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our New Balance player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
Sensational game for him in terms of shooting efficiency. He's taken nothing but high percentage shots. That's how he's managed to hit over 60% from the field. I mean, making just about everything he's looked at.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. For our Our starters for Portland. Norman Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Robert Covington. And it's Giles in at the power forward position. And for the Mavericks, we've got Luka Doncic. Porzingis is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. And that one's good. Doncic.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
Nurkic, 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Now, here's Doncic. We have the step back. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Pass to Nurkic. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And it's Lillard missing. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Covington. It's rebounded by Porzingis. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Finney-Smith passes to Porzingis. Powell down low. Richardson cover. The shot by Powell, no good. Here's Porzingis. Drops it in from 14 feet away.
Well, that's where Porzingis loves to operate. That jump shot has become a signature weapon, gentlemen.
Here is Lillard. Porzingis with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. 6 to shoot. Powell, no one around him. Portland, no good that time either. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. That puts them in the lead. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and an up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mention. So it's Portland now, following the score by Dallas. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. And the pass to Powell. No good on that one. And it's Dallas the other way.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, this is why you hate to lose momentum. It can be hard to get it back.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. McCollum outside, and the shot goes in.
Never seems to shy away from playing in attack mode. McCollum likes to keep the pressure on the D.
Doncic looking it over. Tries again. Here's Porzingis, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
Yeah, easy call.
The Mavericks shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Josh Richardson. And Trey Burke subbed in for Luka Doncic. Now, here's Cantor. Anthony in the corner. That one's good from the corner.
Boy, I love seeing Cantor distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Dallas leading by 4. Outside Hardaway. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
The shot by Anthony, no good. The Mavericks have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
You know, you love your star players making others better, and Melo with the vision there.
Here's Burke. And no good to start the night, missing his first attempt there. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. The Mavericks on top, up by 2, and will return shortly. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
Powell is out there with Maxi Kleber. Then there's Trey Burke. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Hardaway in at the shooting guard. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Now here's McCollum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Mavericks leading. Hardaway for 3. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Well, you can see Tim Hardaway is in his element right now. This guy, a solid transition player. He knows where to get to.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. From deep. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Powell kicks to Burke. Hardaway from outside. And Jones pulls it down.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And the basket by McCollum.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
Now here's Burke. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Powell finds Marjanovic. Outside Hardaway. In the corner, it's Kleber. Here's Marjanovic. Goes back up. Pass to Kleber. Powell with it. He's covered by Cantor. And the dunk by Powell.
You have got to commend Powell on his positioning. I'll tell you, he buries himself deep, and he's going to sky for that slam dunk.
McCollum outside. Outside Anthony. Back to McCollum. There's the 3. Again, McCollum missing.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started. Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
And the rejection by Marjanovic.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And that one falls for Collins. Good on both. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Burke. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And a little luck that time, but it drops. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Kleba finds Burke to the middle. Hardaway against McCollum. Passes it to Powell. Now here's Kleba. That 3 off the mark. Anthony nowhere around. Gets a very good look and converts. Anthony's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers. And it's Burke with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. We've got 1:18 left to play here in the second quarter. Marjanovic down low. He's against Cantor. Kleba with it. Latrey. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. And Dallas going with the whole new group out there. .59 seconds left to play in the first half. Lillard outside. It's Powell on the wing. From downtown. It's rebounded by Dallas.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point. Well, Norman Powell, these last several seasons, has turned himself into a knockdown shooter. And obviously last season, much more involved on the offensive end, and that, to me, was his best performance to date. You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
We've got 28 seconds left in the second quarter. Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Shot clock at 6. Powell with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. And here they go. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's on Luka Doncic.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the...
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Well, one thing there's no question about is that Norman Powell is a gifted athlete. Now it's about rounding out that game, particularly his shooting.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Doncic.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reap.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Their biggest deficit was 6 points in the opening period. They were a determined team in the second quarter, and you saw it come across on the scoreboard. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
Well, you've got to...
And that'll...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And Portland with the ball. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Nurkic is out there with Giles. Then it's Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Powell in at the shooting guard position. Lillard's gone 1 of 6 shooting so far. Richardson kicks to Doncic. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Doncic has got 7 points in the game.
Boy, the quick trigger of Luka Doncic makes him especially dangerous in catch and shoot. Good luck, defender.
Now Lillard. He dishes it to Powell. Back to Lillard. Clock at 4. Portland needs to get off a shot. Porzingis with the steal. The drive by Doncic. Misses from close range.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
The shot by Powell, no good. The Mavericks leading. From deep three-point range, doesn't go either for Doncic.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
And that one drops.
Well, make no mistake, Robert Covington is a big-time athlete. Puts it on the deck and finishes.
Pass to Richardson. Now, Cauley-Stein. The pass to Porzingis. Doncic outside. 6 on the shot clock. From outside the arc, a three-pointer is right on target. 10 points for him.
Well, the Slovenian delivers from deep. Luka Doncic lets his outside shooting set up the rest of his well-rounded offensive game.
Lillard looking around. That one goes. Count it.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Doncic against Covington. Doncic passes to Richardson. Back to Doncic. And stolen by Lillard. Outside Covington. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
It's Powell on the wing. Richardson cover. There's the lob to Lillard. Powell kicks to Nurkic. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Pass to Powell. Shoots the three. Nailed from three-point land. And now a three-point Portland lead.
I'll tell you, they come out of the locker room, they are a step slow on the defensive end.
And how about this stat? Over the course of Robert Covington's career, over 60% of his shots coming from long range.
And Greg, the prototypical 3-and-D guy, you almost want to reverse it because defense has been the pivot point for Robert Covington's emergence as a player in this league.
Doncic against Lillard. Kicks it to Nurkic. Puts up a three. Offensive rebound. And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. To the inside. Porzingis passes to Cauley-Stein. And the shot goes in. Cauley-Stein's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Nice work inside by Cauley-Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. The three. Mavericks with the rebound. Cauley-Stein's got his fourth rebound in this one. Porzingis finds Richardson. Back to Porzingis. And now we've got the intentional foul. Trailblazers on D. Trailing by 2. 6 to shoot. Here's Marjanovic. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
What a play.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
It's deflected, and he recovers it. And that one's good. Lillard. Burke with the bounce pass. Marjanovic passes to Burke. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Mavericks ahead. They lead by a bucket. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Burke is out there with Hardaway. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Maxi Kleber. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. They get it again. And stolen by Burke. Jones against Hardaway. Pass to Kleber. Wants to get it to Powell, and does. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Powell's got the lead up to 6 now for Dallas.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
And McCollum launches it from deep. Kleber with the rebound.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Now here's Burke. It's stolen by Jones.
You love that defensive effort right there showing up.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to go on Trey Burke. And the first one drops. And so Jones nails both of them. Here's Burke. And there's the pass to Kleber. Outside Hardaway. It's stolen by Anthony. Looking to get it going. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down now to just 2 on the basket from McCollum.
And you talk about clutch plays, I mean, defensively and offensively. And we saw it right there.
Marjanovic finds Burke. Anthony with the block.
Melo just reading the play the right way, putting the extra effort to come up with such a nice block.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Anthony kicks to McCollum. Shoots over Burke. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Mavericks leading by 5. And here is Doncic. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 5. Cauley Stein passes to Porzingis. Cauley Stein dishes to Doncic. The shot will not fall.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
So Portland ends up going with the new group.
And the swag Nurkic plays with, it's infectious. He doesn't back down from taking a big shot.
Doncic against Covington. Doncic passes to Cauley Stein. Pass to Finney-Smith. Powell with the steal. Here's Lillard. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Powell, he's jacked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Shot from the wing, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
Doncic has been in this position many times. He makes it look easy.
Here's Lillard, and then Lillard slams it in.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
On the wing, Hardaway. Back to Doncic. Powell against Hardaway. And here's Doncic from the arc. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway.
Doncic relishes the opportunity to deliver in big moments, and my goodness, embrace the spotlight, young man.
Lillard against Doncic. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Money!
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Well, we know this. Free throw shooting is such a mental aspect of the game. This guy keeps his composure and comes through.
Floats it up there for Nurkic. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
You know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5.
And there's so much to like about Luka Doncic, but perhaps the best thing is he can contribute in every aspect of the game. Scoring, rebounding, passing, you name it.
Lillard against Doncic. Misses the 3. Powell kicks to Hardaway. Richardson the pass to Porzingis. The 3 for Doncic. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Listen, this is becoming routine for Luka Doncic. This guy's a big-time scorer who can take over when he's ready.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Get ready, everyone, for Tuesday afternoon. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Ibaka. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the shooting guard. And for the Trailblazers, Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Damian Lillard out there with Jones. And it's Covington in at the small forward position. Now, here's Lillard. Steps back and fires. Here's Nurkic. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And Nurkic did a great job just keeping the motor running.
And the Clippers have possession. Now here's Beverley. He kicks to Ibaka. Back to Beverley. Outside, George, just 5 on the clock. Over Jones. Nurkic with the steal. Batum with the steal. To the middle. Here's George. Outside for Batum. From about 16. That one's not going to go. And the Trailblazers going the other way. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That is his first foul of the game. Lillard finds Collins. Now, here's Nurkic. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. And finished off by Nurkic.
That's a big body there with Nurkic coming through. He knows he's got size on most guys he's going to play against.
And, you know, if you only look at the box score for Zach Collins, then you're missing the whole picture. He's a terrific defender.
I agree with you, GA. I think his scoring is going to come, but obviously they have potent guard play, and that's not much needed. What is needed is on the interior, him being active as a big man and defending around the rim. It is something that Zach Collins is capable of doing.
Now here's Lillard. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Back to Collins. Off target at the rim. Here's Ibaka, and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Lillard way outside. Floats it up there for Nurkic.
Well, when you get Nurkic the ball in that spot, he's usually a knockdown threat.
Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Left side, Leonard. No good from 11 feet. Trailblazers leading by 4. And now here comes Jones leading the break. It's his first trip to the line. And that one falls for Jones. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that.
No, we don't do that. Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And finished off by Nurkic.
That's right on the money from Lillard. That's how you finish a possession.
Outside, George kicks it to Leonard. Now the pass to Ibaka. George against Jones. George, no good.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. It's good.
You always talk about the first 2 steps in transition, and Paul George out quick and decisively that time.
Lillard with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Lets the 3 fly. The shot, no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Stolen by Collins. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Jones is running. Batum grabs the miss.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
The shot, no good. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Aggressive and incredibly quick end-to-end. Lillard is always a threat on the fast break.
Jones against George. Over Jones. George, no good. And now Jones running the floor all by himself. And then Lillard slams it in.
Well, that's an exclamation point right there. Lillard is a natural-born finisher.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. The deep. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in at the point.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Pass to Morris. To the paint. Here's Cousins. And he uses the glass on the layup.
The boogie on the inside just causes problems defensively. I mean, it's incredible what he can do.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Anthony can't hit. Clippers trail by 9. Kennard finds Cousins.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
The Trailblazers shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. McCollum passes to Pop. Back to McCollum. Pass to Pop. And here's Kanter. Anthony dishes to Powell. Shot from free throw range. And good that time. Powell's got 5 points so far.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Jackson kicks to Kennard. Front past the arc. Powell pulls it in.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
McCollum with the ball. Jackson on him. Good on the shot. And now it's an 11-point Trailblazer lead.
Well, really good ball movement on the entire possession. And then CJ getting slick.
Jackson up top. He's guarded by McCollum. Kennard for 3.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
Portland leading by 11. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. McCollum, no good. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Jackson looking around. Passes to Kennard. Stolen by McCollum.
Wow, you watched the defender, and it looked like he knew that was coming. He made a quick play on it to intercept the ball in the passing lane.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Trailblazers leading by 13. Kanter, the pass to McCollum. Outside Anthony for the 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. The putback, and Kanter pulls it down.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. Jackson against McCollum. And the wide open shot from Morris. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That is his first foul of the game.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
There's 48 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And here's McCollum. Fires from deep. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing, scratching your head to that turnover.
Clippers trail by 12. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Kennard kicks to Cousins. Zubac. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
The Trailblazers have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. And he comes up with the deuce. McCollum's got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
Kennard against Powell. They're running. Here's Anthony. And that does it for the first half of play. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. Yusuf Nurkic had it going on in the first quarter. He had 8 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 steal. Shaq. And that should do.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. One guy who's been getting it done is Yusuf Nurkic.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Derek Jones is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Covington in at the 3 slot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And they go to the intentional foul. Los Angeles calls timeout.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Lillard. It's Covington on the wing. Jones looking for an opening. Two free throws coming. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Beverly, the pass to Ibaka. On the wing, Batum. And Ibaka kicks to Beverly. Dishes to George. Clock at 6. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. George has got his second bucket. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter.
And the versatility of Paul George's game. Elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
When you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor, I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George. Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Count it.
And how about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Here's Lillard. From deep, the long-distance 3 is buried. Lillard's got 7.
Yeah, keep thinking that he can't shoot it from there, and he'll prove you wrong. Lillard lofts one of those high-arching bombs.
George with no one around. And another 3 for the Clippers.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Nurkic finds Lillard. Keeps it alive. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. 12 points for him.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
The pass to Beverly. Back to George. There's 1:54 left here in the third quarter.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Zubac is checked in for Serge Ibaka. Stolen by Zubac. And here we go with Batum heading to the hoop. And Batum throws it down.
And that's how they're going to trim this lead. Play tough D, force some turnovers, and then push it in transition.
1:15 left in the third. Lillard attacking. Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. And the Trailblazers lead by 10. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Jacks up a 3. Drills the three-pointer. George has got 10 points in just the second half.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
George against Lillard. Second chance effort. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Nurkic, another talented player from Europe, playing in Croatia before coming over to the NBA, and the international game continues to make an impact on how it's played here.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Harry Giles is checked in for Zach Collins. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Norman Powell's checked in for Derek Jones. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Lillard.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
Enes Kanter's checked in for Portland. And then for Los Angeles, DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Luke Kennard comes in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And a wide open look for McCollum. Hits the three-point bomb. McCollum's got 7 points.
Well, the coach has confidence in C.J. taking that shot, and so C.J. has confidence in making it.
Kennard for 3. Up again. Cousins on the follow.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound. Yusuf Nurkic has been on display for Portland. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll return shortly. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Trailblazers leading by 7. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Kennard. Marcus Morris is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. Kanter. And Kanter able to finish.
And they continue to control the glass.
Clippers trail by 9. Now, here's Kennard. High post, Zubats fires the 3. Back to Kennard. Shot clock at 6. A 3 from Morris. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Throws it up high.
Great to see when Melo spots his open teammate. Good at noticing the overcommitment that time.
LA has gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Kennard against Powell. Kennard, the pass to Morris. Back to Kennard. 6 on the shot clock. From deep 3-point range. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Los Angeles.
Serge Ibaka.
And Cousins kicks to Morris. 6 to shoot. It's good from about 19 feet. We're just over a minute and a half now into the 4th. McCollum against Jackson. McCollum dishes to Powell. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Kennard with the ball. And here is Ibaka. Pass to Kennard. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. So for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Morris. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. So Portland ends up going with the new group. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He likes where things are headed, but he cautioned them to play smart the rest of the way. He said carelessness with the ball, with assignments, with rotations, any of that can undo what we've worked to accomplish so far. Kevin, they are so close.
And it's still a close game. I mean, despite the fact that they've struggled to compete on the board.
And again, it's the Clippers missing. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. A great 4th quarter, just giving up 2 points. Collins passes to Covington. Back to Collins. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Lillard. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. And the Trailblazers lead by 11. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
George, that's a 2-pointer. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, he's got quickness and he's got that frame where he's going to lean on you with that body and find a way to get an angle to score.
1:39 left in the 4th quarter. Here's the lob to Lillard. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And that's a foul called on Zach Collins. That is his first foul of the game. We've got 1:28 left in the 4th quarter. Beverley finds Ibaka. Back to Beverley. That shot off. And it's Portland the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Pass to Jones. Back to Collins. There's Nurkic. Lillard outside. Shot clock at 3 over George.
Well, Paul George showing off his defensive prowess right there. Full energy, full focus, and a nice contest.
Bucket is good.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
they're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
On the wing, Jones. George against Lillard. 5 on the clock. Three-pointer. Cousins pulls it in.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
And this is where Ibaka's steely demeanor serves him well. No hesitation under pressure.
And Lillard throws it down.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Outside, George. And the 3 off target. So the Trailblazers win it. Probably a little closer than David. Thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it. And
good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Now a look at Dallas' starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. And for Los Angeles, Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Batum in at the 5 down low. Now here's Doncic. Out to Hardaway. Clock at 6. From deep. Morris with the rebound.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
A steal. Porzingis finds Hardaway. On the wing, Doncic. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Nobody near Leonard. No good on the 3. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. The shot by Kleba, wide open. From outside, off the mark. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Morris with the bucket.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
Doncic feeling it out. Pass to Porzingis. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
They are out of rhythm. 1 for 5 so far. You just need to calm down and reward your matchups.
That gives them the lead.
You know, a little inconsistent from deep when he first entered the league. Jackson now an emerging three-point threat.
Doncic outside. Down low. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
Jackson dishes to Leonard. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Out to Doncic. Rebound by the Clippers.
It can be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
This is his first free throw of the game.
The rare guy who can do everything at both ends. Paul George gives you a chance to win every night.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. Porzingis, good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
And this team looking to get him the ball and get him in rhythm quickly.
Because he's someone that you lean on at the offensive end. Establish him early.
Now here's Beverley. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Doncic, no good. Los Angeles leading by 3. Morris into the lane. Leonard kicks to Morris. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And dangerous in that catch and shoot game. In fact, anytime Morris can square up, he's a lot more consistent.
Passes it to Kleba. Here's Doncic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of the game.
And possesses such a refined feel for the game. That Doncic knows he has what it takes to be a great player in this league.
Mavericks making a switch here. Powell, he's checked in for Porzingis. Nicolo Melli comes in for Maxi Kleba. J.J. Redick's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Richardson in for Hardaway.
Every organization needs team-first guys like Patrick Beverley. That's a terrific pass.
There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. The pass to Richardson. Outside, Redick. Here's the 3. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka. Los Angeles leading by 5. Kennard, the pass to Beverley. From deep. Kennard's shot is off. Dallas shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first. And here's Kennard. Inside, Powell with the steal. Here's Hardaway, and he converts the layup.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
And still a... And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
Batum is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Man in at the small forward. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. The Mavericks trailing. Hardaway with a wide open look. Tips it up, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. Powell's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Mavs.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Outside, Batum. Just 5 to shoot. Shot's good by Kennard.
Always working to find open territory. Kennard's lethal in catch and shoot.
Pass to Powell. Batum with the steal. Top of the key, Ibaka. Here's the break. Here's Kleba. And Kleba slams it in.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
But the truth is, those type of plays are going to happen. You just have to regroup mentally and get back to work.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Melly is checked in for Maxi Kleba. Redick comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Richardson, he's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Burke in for Jalen Brunson. Man passes to Batum. The Clippers need to get off a shot. The offensive rebound. Pass to Kennard. And he's good on the 3-ball. Kennard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
Burke finds Powell. Looking for Beverly. He gets it there. Kennard for 3. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range. And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverly is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
They're bringing the energy, the hustle, the fight, and they also didn't give up on that possession.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Passes to Beverly. 6 to shoot. For 3. And no good. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Powell finds Burke. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. And so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it last.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Jackson, he's checked in for Patrick Beverly. Kennard against Richardson. Now Kennard, 8 points for him. Ibaka, the pass to Man. Back to Ibaka. Second shot opportunity, and he sinks the layup. Ibaka's got the lead up to 5 now for Los Angeles.
Excellent timing on the offensive glass, and Ibaka takes advantage of the second chance opportunity.
Richardson the pass to Powell. Back to Richardson. Burke looking over the floor, and there's the pass to Melly. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Melly's got 4 points now in the quarter. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Kennard for 3. Sinks the triple. And the Clippers lead by 6.
And things starting to click from three-point land. Nothing in the first quarter, but he's hit 3 triples here in the second.
Here's Burke. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Redick way outside. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Now the Clippers moving it up. All going up court. Jackson kicks to Ibaka. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Richardson.
I like when Kennard hustles on D.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They ended the period holding up. And
second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Short. The Mavericks pull it in.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
Doncic finds Hardaway. Kleba, the pass to Doncic. And the layup is good. Doncic has got 9 points.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Morris outside. Pass to Leonard. To the middle. Wants to get it to Morris and does. From 11 feet away. And Leonard gets it to go. And the Clippers lead by 3.
If you can't get Leonard a look inside, this is the next best thing. Terrific touch from mid-range.
To the paint, here's Hardaway. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists now in this one.
3 straight to begin this half. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Doncic with the steal. For the lead. Shot clock reset for Dallas. Porzingis on the follow.
And talk about persistence. Porzingis just being a bully on the offensive glass and punishing the opposition.
Pass to Zubac. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Kicks it out to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. Porzingis with the steal. Feeds it to Doncic. Out to Hardaway. Passes it to Finney Smith. The three-pointer no good. The Clippers trail. 4-on-3 break. George with the ball. Hardaway picks him up. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. The 3. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Short. It's rebounded by Dallas. Doncic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. 5 to shoot. And it's Melly missing.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
Richardson outside. Back to Burke. There's the pass to Doncic. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by George.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
And the rejection by Ibaka. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Burke. Some nice passing here by Dallas. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
George with the ball. For the tie. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got his fourth rebound in this one. Here's Richardson, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. 3 quarters of play in a close game. 3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. So it's the Mavericks now. It's a 3-point game. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Batum is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the 1 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And so they foul intentionally. Here's Brunson. Wide open. The rebound by Ibaka. And the Clippers have possession. Kennard for 3. The Mavericks pull it in. Melly's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Burke. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Batum. Now, here's Kennard. Here's Mann. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul. Brunson against Beverly. 6 on the shot clock. He feeds it to Ibaka.
And a struggle here to find a rhythm in the second half. The field goal percentage starting to tail off in a big way.
Burke can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 3. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And Ibaka kicks to Batum. Ibaka, it's good on the putback.
One of Serge's specialties, good instincts around the rim, cleaning up the garbage.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Burke, the pass to Brunson. Back to Burke. Dallas needs to get off a shot. They get it back.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's his first foul. And Los Angeles with some changes. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. From about 16, the 3 for Doncic. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
After a lackluster first half, he's taken charge offensively. We'll see how the defense responds.
Back to George. Kicks to Jackson. Outside, George. From deep. From beyond the arc, and then some.
He lives for moments like this because he wants to be the guy to hit the clutch shot.
And here is Doncic. From deep three-point range, another three for Dallas.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
George looking over the floor. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, and it's no good. Down low. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Paul George loves these situations. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to deliver.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Here's Kleba. Outside Hardaway. Doncic against Jackson. Another shot. That one a little long.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
The open shot by Leonard. Great positioning on the putback.
Important points from Morris. And when he's feeling it, he'll step up and take control.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. 1:05 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Kleba finds Doncic. And the rejection by Leonard.
Strong instincts and positioning. Kawhi read that shot all the way.
And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Jackson. Beverly dishes to Leonard.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Now Doncic. Shoots from the elbow. Porzingis. Money!
And with that unique combination of size and skill, Porzingis is a dependable late-game scoring option.
George with the ball. Left side, Leonard. To take the lead. He's off. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Dallas calls timeout. They trail by 1. 1 second left to play here in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
And they've got enough time left to get a good look. It's got to be quick, but it doesn't have to be a heave. You can still catch, turn, and shoot. They've got one shot at it here, obviously. It's a make-or-break situation.
Here's Doncic. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close.